David.
Yes. Thank you, Chase. How are you doing, Rob?
Yeah, very good.
Good.
Very good.
I love your little Knight Rider car there.
Did you like my tribute to you?
He's very naughty, you know, David. He nicked my mobility scooter. I hope there's enough battery left to get me to Southend this weekend. Me and the ladies from the Wembley Asian Pensioners Society are going down for a rumble.
A rumble?
It's a great British tradition every bank holiday. You go down to the seaside and beat the crap out of each other.
Oh, okay. But of course, you mentioned Knight Rider, of course. Now, Knight Rider was the show that propelled you to international stardom, wasn't it? But I believe that your audition was a bit of a disaster, is that right?
Total disaster.
Really?
Yeah, I had such bad nerves, and I just blew the audition. So they said, you really were great, you looked the part, but you've got to go back and do it again. So I went in for the audition, and I still had the nerves. And I said, excuse me, so I walked out of the set, and I went, I am the Knight Rider, I am the Knight Rider, ah! And I walked in, and I got the part, and the first day on the set, as I walked on, they go, you are the Knight Rider! You are the Knight Rider! And I was going, oh my God. And the very first scene I did with Knight Rider, if you ever watch the pilot, I get out of the car and I say, hold it right there, I'll shoot. And I left the car in gear. And I went, oh, shit. And the car went, and crushed the camera.
Now, I understand, obviously, Knight Rider, as you said, was seen all over the world, but you still have fans that turn up in all the gear and...
I was doing Chicago here. I was playing Billy Flynn in the West End, and I lived here last summer. I had a blast. But I had 4 Knight Rider cars from 4 different countries show up. You know, hello, we are from Finland. Look, this is Kit. You know? And I had a guy from India. I won't do that accent.
Feel free to have a go.
Yeah, go on. It's a very, very nice car, isn't it? His was the best, you know?
Now, after Knight Rider, of course, was Baywatch,
Right.
which was even more successful. I mean, right round the world.
I think, you know, it was just a fun show about saving lives, and we didn't take ourselves that seriously.
But there were an awful lot of characters in that show with plastic breasts.
Yes.
Not to mention the women.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
But I mean, what about, the slow motion, or as I like to remember it, the bouncing?
Right.
What made you decide to use that technique?
Money. We were out of money. When the show was on the network, it was $1,200,000. When we took the show over, we could only raise about $750,000 or $800,000. So the first few episodes, we come in, we watch the show, and we go, oh my God, we're like 5 minutes short. So we go out, shoot that girl in slow motion. And so they come back, and the audience started to respond to that. So every time we were out of money, they'd go back, and then an extra would come on, and she'd go, shoot that in slow motion. And it became a signature of the show, to the point where that's all we did. And we saved a hell of a lot of money. Yeah.
We've only got $20 this week.
Yeah, that's right.
Mr. Hasselhoff, not only did you act in Baywatch, you produced it, and you directed some episodes.
Right.
You must have made a fortune.
I did okay, yeah.
But how much exactly?
You don't have to.
No, I'm not letting this go.
Oh, yeah.
What was your pre-tax profit in the last financial year, Mr. Hasselhoff?
That's about 100,000 rupees.
Wow. That much?
I don't know what that is.
You're a very shrewd man, Mr. Hasselhoff. I'll give you my business card before you go.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't take it.
Okay.
Mr. Hasselhoff, you once saved a person from drowning in real life. Talk about that for a bit.
For me, one day I was out doing People magazine, giving me, like, you know, my 3 little poses. And out of the corner of my eye, I see a little girl on the beach with a dog, and then she has a leash around, and she's walking the dog. Well, her brother threw the ball into the ocean. And so she was about 6, and the dog took off after the ball. And so I'm out there giving my little movie star poses. I went, oh, excuse me. And ran out, swam out, and saved the girl, brought her back in, and said, have a nice day.
The same thing happened to me. I saved someone's life.
Yeah.
It's true, it's true.
Well, you know what, this is funny. I was here in, what's the circle? Hyde Park Corner, the big circle?
Oh, yeah.
And the traffic is just completely mad. And I was in the back of a car doing an interview with some lady, and she said, have you ever saved a person in real life? And I said, well, and right when I did that, one of your motorcycle messengers,
oh, yeah,
those crazy guys, bam, hits our car. Right. And I said, excuse me. And then, I went out, honest to God, and the guy's laying there, almost dead, with a cigarette in his mouth. And I went, and the traffic's trying to get around me, and I said, "Stop!" And all these people in these tiny little cars, "Oh, it's a bloody Knight Rider." And they stopped, and I went, "God, I have power in this country."
But no, I too saved someone's life.
Yes?
Yeah, I stopped someone from choking on a hot dog.
Oh, really? Where?
It was in Wembley, and I could see them. I basically took the hot dog off them and ate it. Now, your first big break came with The Young and the Restless, the daytime soap, where you played Dr. Snapper Foster.
Right.
Great name for a doctor.
Snapper Foster.
Snapper. Yeah.
Yes.
But is it true that you got hate mail when you did that show?
I replaced a guy who was like the #1 guy in daytime, and I was just awful on the show. And so I would get some pretty bad hate mail, you know.
I think that it's true to say that all the greats get hate mail.
Well, Sanjeev gets so much now. They ask him to go down in a van and collect it.
But it shows you're connecting with the audience,
It
right?
does. It shows they're watching.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, your crap can mean anything.
That's right.
Isn't it? Dad.
You have another income stream.
I do?
I'm referring to your pop records that you sell to the Germans.
Yes.
You sell millions there, don't you, Mr. Disseldorf?
Yeah, I'm Hasselhoff. I sell millions of records in Dusseldorf. My name is Hasselhoff.
Because you sang on the Berlin Wall, didn't you? Was that before or after it came down?
It was just...
It wasn't during, was it?
No, well, the single came out it was #1 for 8 weeks in May. Anyway, to make a long story short, you know, the wall came down, and they called me to do a television show on New Year's Eve, and I said, only if I can sing on the wall, and figuring that they would never say yes, and they did. And I sang Looking for Freedom to all the East Germans who were still living there, with a big chunk of the wall down, and people going back and forth, and the West Germans, and they were singing Looking for Freedom in English.
Wow. Dad.
I once stood on Hadrian's Wall
I knew it. It's going to be wall
and
jokes.
sang Everybody Wants to Be a Cat from the film The Aristocats.
Oh, good.
There was no political point.
Oh.
It was just a great way to end a marvelous hiking holiday.
Yes.
Sorry, Dad, are you deliberately trying to ruin the show?
Perhaps I am on a subconscious level.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Do you need medication?
No, I just don't know where I am.
But of course, I mean, you're hugely popular in India.
Actually, I just came back from the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City, where I got the Atlantic City.
Just like the real thing.
He's like, yeah, you know what? I got the Bollywood Award, which is like the Indian Oscar, because Knight Rider and Baywatch is the most famous show in all of India.
Congratulations.
Didn't quite get to India, only to Atlantic City.
That's near enough.
That's good.
Could you just describe the award? Because to give it its full title, the Bollywood Movie Awards International Star of the Year.
It looks like a little Oscar with a little flame on the head.
Oh, not a turban.
Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe the turban
Maybe
is
the
on
turban.
fire.
Yeah, it looked like a little Dairy Queen ice cream cone.
Yeah. No, that's how you know it's an Indian award, because it has two functions.
What's
you
that?
can put it on your mantle and it's a lighter.
That's it. That's it.
Actually, you won an award recently as well, haven't you, Zoe?
Yes.
You won is it the Rose d'Or?
The Rose d'Or.
Oh.
You won Best Actress in a Sitcom.
Yes, I did.
Oh, very good.
Thank you very much.
What's that award like?
That award is pretty ugly, actually. It's a piece of Perspex resin, and it sort of goes like that, and it's pretty crappy.
You must be so proud.
But you must be tempted to star in a Bollywood movie now. I mean, you can sing, dance, and act all to a near professional standard, so...
Yeah, Bollywood Baywatch, right?
Yeah, I think you'd make a great Bollywood hero.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, we could try a bit of a Bollywood thing now, actually.
Okay.
Well, look.
That's what this is about.
See, look.
Oh, you guys will applaud anything. That's not fair.
So I can give you a Bollywood pose, and then I'll give you some simple lines to say. You can just repeat them after me. Yeah, OK, that's pretty good.
Ready?
So directly into camera #1.
Right.
You just say, Oh, no, you have to keep the pose. You have to keep the pose. Going. Khatra.
Khatra.
Mein hai. Meri bakri.
Kaha hai.
Yeah, great. Fantastic.
Now, okay. Now I'm supposed to say, what does that mean?
You don't have to, but you just did. You're curious, aren't you?
I am, because if that goes out to India, I may never go there.
The translation simple, it's, someone is in trouble. Where's my goat? Classic Bollywood line. Then there'd be a song, obviously.
Yes, of course.
With you and the goat.
Yes.
Well, listen, David, you were the star of Baywatch, but I've just done a clock watch and noticed that we've run out of time. So thank you very much, the fabulous David Hasselhoff. And Zoe Wanamaker.
You were great.
Yes, that was an excellent show. Well done. You both certainly earned your strictly nominal fee.
Mum, we'd like to have a word in private.
Don't bother, Sanjeev. I've told your mum what I've been up to.
Hi.
Mum, don't be upset.
What do you mean? I'm delighted. How very bohemian. It's such a brilliant thing to do. Ashwin has flown Gayatri, my best friend, all the way from Bombay for my birthday.
She's staying in Willesden. I arranged the whole thing in secret.
I had no idea. Isn't he a lovely husband, Zoe?
These two thought I was having an affair, didn't you?
Yes.
Is your opinion of me so low?
Yes.
Ashwin and I have a bond built on unshakable foundations.
Precisely, and one innocent peck on the cheek is not going to damage that.
You kissed her.
Yes, it was just...
Zoe, he kissed her.
Peck on the cheek! Mr. Hasselhoff, tell her.
You kissed that cheap slut. You always fancied her.
Marguerite, calm down.
Happy now. See what you've done.
Bye-bye, Mr. Hasselhoff.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Nice to meet you.
Let's get it out of here.
Transport's been sorted out. There's a bus stop at the top of the road. Bye-bye. Marguerite, come on. This is silly. Open up.